I think it's a great idea to write and leave a little room for creative input of somebody else, whether it's your producer or your co-writer or the person you're writing the song for, that you can't look at it and go, here's a perfect piece of art. It's got to be like, hey, here's what I'm working on so far. And of course, you know, there's a great story that Sir George Martin told me. He had come over and we were working together on a big charity event, his making of Sgt. Pepper's. So every chance I got, I'm like, let's talk about the Beatles, let's talk about the Beatles. So he mentioned this one thing, because I was saying, well, what were they like as songwriters? And he says, well, it was very interesting, and this was his recollection, so if Mr. McCartney wants to shoot me down, he can't. Mr. Martin's recollection was that at the very beginning they had made an agreement between each other that they wouldn't criticize. They would only make the next part better. And if you if you leave a little room for that in your collaboration, so you and I are writing a song together, and instead of you going, you know, no, that sucks, that's terrible, that doesn't do anything for me, you have to make the chorus better than the verse, and then we can go back and fix the verse. And there's a story of when the Beatles were making the White Album, and it lasted even until that long, where I guess they had written Obla Dee. Paul had written Obla Dee, but he couldn't figure out how to start it. And he couldn't figure out how to start it, and they didn't know, and the song sounded funny, so John comes back from lunch, and he goes, well, here's your fucking intro. Bum, bum, dum, bum, dum, bum, dum, and it gives them the intro to the song. So my recommendation is to collaborate, but to be so gentle and so kind and so sensitive to the ideas of your collaborator that you bring them out with kind of a respect and appreciation.